Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We're
Happy
back.
Sunday.
We're always live and in what? Living color.
Living color.
Living color. I know you thought we weren't coming because we roll in a little earlier, but we got to keep you on your toes. Make sure you're watching. Make sure
Yes,
you're watching
indeed.
us because because we watching you. I am Rose Fauntleroy, your virtual time and sales genie. And I help you to reclaim your time by giving you extra hands so that you can reclaim your bottom line. And if I had some money, I'd wave it so you can reclaim your money. It's just two of us today. We go roll in, roll out. Let my illustrious co-host, my beautiful co-host, introduce herself. Tell the people who you are.
Good morning, everyone. I am Kayshawn Brooks. Happy Sunday. We are so happy to be here. Thank you for joining us today. I am the owner of a luxury skincare and holistic business called Renew You Body Butters. I'm all about renewing your skin, renewing your life, and I partner with individuals who want to help others do the same while making additional income. Y'all, we got somewhere for y'all to be tonight. Y'all got to show up and show out and come learn how to come get another stream of income. That's what we talking about. And it's easy. It's easy. Come on in tonight. Come on tonight. You still got time. We're talking about 100 paid memberships you can start
That
today.
you can
That
start
you can start
to
today, tomorrow, this week, this month, before the month is over. You can start monetizing off your membership, but you got to come learn how. If one thing we haven't noticed since this pandemic is that memberships have exploded all over the place. It's so saturated. But who making money? I've noticed, people be complaining in these groups. These moderators, I just learned what a moderator and admin and all this stuff was a year ago. This was all new to me a year ago. It was foreign to me. They do a lot of work. You have to commit time into running these groups. And you out here doing it for free. I come from the corporate world. So when I thought it was a job when I first heard about running these groups. I was appalled to know that this was free, but I'm like, okay, this is social media. I'm learning this is the way it is, but to now know it doesn't have to be that way. Y'all, come on.
come on
Hmm.
in the room.
Come on. 59
Come
flowers.
on in
59
the room.
dollars. It's so
$59 to
Mhm.
register for the webinar tonight, the master class. It's not a webinar, it's a master
With
class.
masterclass.
It's going to give you the resources to teach you how to start a paid membership. Not just one resource. She's
Hmm.
going to break down 100 paid memberships you can start. And you see, I got the dollar signs in the start word. Tonight,
Start.
the start. That's the first step to everything is the start. And that start right there has some dollar signs in it. So that must mean there's some revenue somewhere in there. A
Right.
hundred paid memberships. So I'm sure you're gonna pick up something that you can start at least one or two memberships. And you made a really good point, Kayshawn. You made these social media groups, they are fine, but you are not doing anything to monetize your group. And you do a lot, and these groups take a lot of work,
They do.
especially if it's a big group. And
Yes.
then you look at, say you have, let's just say you have 100 members in your group, and you are providing, now we gotta lay on this one, you're
Hmm.
providing good value. Okay. You're giving them good information, information that will grow them in what they're doing. They come to the group because they like the information, they like to belong, they like the camaraderie. Suppose you charge $10 a month. That is $1,000 with just, let me make sure that's right. Look, let me check my math.
Look,
Let me check my
look,
math to make let me make sure I got
look,
all
this
those
is
got all
live.
those zeros in the right
Look,
place.
you said 10 times 100.
It's
Yes,
a
1,000.
thousand. I had
Yeah,
to make sure I included the right amount
only
of
zero.
zeros. Okay, that's $1,000 a month. Simple, simple math,
Simple.
simple math, simple math. And especially if you're providing good value, you're
Hmm.
interacting, you have several moderators. That is work. Because I'm in groups where I see that there are 2 and 3 and 4 moderators because the group is so big.
Right.
And and I wouldn't be in the group if it wasn't giving me something that I needed. Think
And why
about that.
not? Right.
So $10 a month. Shoot, some people spend $10 a day on coffee.
Right.
I don't drink it, but if I did, y'all see me hopping around like a jumping bean. It's hot. Look, I got my hands under my legs, and so I won't be hopping around so much now. And I haven't had
Huh. Look.
coffee, so I've been running through here like the Tasmanian devil. But I mean, you think about that thing, and think about. I bet you all haven't gone through. We've been talking about memberships that make money all week. We have the master class tonight. Go now and register at bit.ly/100 memberships. 100 memberships. Register now so that you can get the resources so you can lay your foundation. But I bet you one thing, and I dare you all to do it. Have you sat down with in the old fashioned way with a pencil or a pen
Hmm.
and a piece of paper?
Piece of paper.
You know what a piece of paper? Piece of paper. And you write down every membership that you are already a part of and
Hmm.
how much you're paying for that membership. And then I want you to do 3 columns. The name of the membership, how much you're paying for the membership, how much you use the membership, and how much money in the last year you have completely spent on all these memberships. You're going to be surprised.
You will.
You
You
got
will.
Netflix, you got Hulu, you have Instacart, you have Amazon Prime, you have Boxed, you have Shipped, you got HBO, you have Showtime, you have your
Internet.
overall cable service,
Mm-hmm.
all of that. Write down just how much money you spent in, I don't, not even a year, the last 6 months on
Hmm.
these memberships, and then look at how often you use these memberships, because a lot
Right.
of times we join things with the intention of using them on a regular basis because we're paying for them, but then we get distracted, we forget about it. Oh, I forgot that gym membership, because
Hmm.
now with the coronora going on, how many of you still going to the gym?
Mm-mm.
They send you any money back yet? Or you still
Right.
paying, or you still paying for your membership? And you're paying for the membership even if you don't go,
Even if
because
you don't go.
you're saying, well, I my intention is to go. I want to keep this good price that I have just in case I do go. And they know that's what you think.
Right.
And day in, day out, you say, I'm going. No, I'll go tomorrow. No, I'll go next week. In the meantime, they steady drafting your account for the membership.
And
So
you know what? They do that whether you go 1 day a month or 30 days out of the month.
that's
They
right.
still gonna charge you the same amount. You're not gonna get no discount just because you only came for 2 days out the month.
That's
They
right.
still gonna get their monthly membership fee.
Absolutely. So why can't you develop a membership as well? The market is not oversaturated, because I am living proof that
Hmm.
just because you know something doesn't mean that someone else does. And it also does not mean that someone else is not looking for it. They're
Or,
looking for it.
people can't hear from certain people.
That's
People
right.
don't resonate,
That's a big
with everyone. So just because 18 people over here got that same membership,
they
those
don't have
people
it.
that listen, they don't have that audience, that, what, you made me think of something, Rose, when you were mentioning coffee and stuff. Some people have memberships and don't even know they have one. And I'm
Absolutely.
thinking of a friend, before Corona hit, they used to meet at a Starbucks
Mm,
every week and to meet up and like talk about life and, but they had like a head people who ran the group. It was a little group and they would meet there, order food, order drinks, and, talk about life issues and all type of stuff like that. That could have transformed over into a membership
mhm.
because the women, they miss this relationship. They miss this community. They miss that coming together. But instead of, if they were, well, because they was basically giving, their membership was at Starbucks because they was giving their money to Starbucks every week. That lady who was running that could have been her monthly pay from all those women meeting up with her. So she has a membership. Also, we have them and don't even know we be having them.
And don't even know that we have them. I
Where we don't
mean,
know.
and you have a big audience, and five
Hmm.
other people could have the same membership, but they don't have it with your personality. Because Kayshawn, like you said, everybody can't hear from one person. I may
Hmm.
tell you, it's just like with our children. We may tell our children one thing, and it just seems like it's just hitting a brick wall. It's hitting a brick wall.
Hmm.
Somebody completely different will come and speak that same thing into
Yes.
your life, and it's like, da-da, it's like a light bulb goes off. And you're
Hmm.
like, oh yeah. And they get so excited and they move on that thing, and you're like, oh,
I said the same damn thing.
told you the same damn thing.
Hmm.
But you couldn't hear me. It's like you
Right.
had a block on hearing me, but you
Hmm.
can hear this person. Same thing with your information. Same thing with your membership. Or same thing with
Yeah.
your audience. One person he may not receive it, but another one will.
Right.
They're just, and you can be so creative with what you start and how you do it. You don't have to do it like everyone else does it. You don't have to model it necessarily like everyone else does. You just have certain components, in foundational components in place. And that thing will take off. And you
Take
don't
off.
have to have a million people in it for it to work. Just provide good value, show up consistently so that
Yes.
people can get to know you. They can learn to like you, and then they can trust you. See, I can't give you all of the inside information.
Y'all got to
You
show
know,
up
y'all
tonight.
gotta show up. But I just dropped some nuggets and some words. We're dropping some nuggets today. I hope y'all are catching what we putting down. We
Catch
know
it.
it's Sunday. Usually I have the hat on, but we going a little differently today. I'm not going to church today. I'm going to the beach.
All right
In my
now.
mind. In my mind. Um,
Look, you can put up a virtual background, put the beach up in the background. Look,
that's
be in the
right.
house. Look, getting ready for tonight to
That's
see
right.
how many of these memberships we about to start. And that's another thing. You don't have to always do memberships by yourself.
That's
You
right.
know, you can partner with someone, with that sister, that cousin, that friend, that partner. You don't have to do this alone. We encourage you not to do things alone. Our coach says many hands make light work.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
you know,
Many hands do make light work. And
mhm,
you already partnering with them anyway already for free.
right?
Because think about how many hours you spend on the phone, counseling that girlfriend or whatever who's having relationship problems or their business is not going right. And you spend hours with them and pouring out nuggets and information. Those are things you can put into your membership.
But y'all got to show up tonight. I can't even sit down with a piece of paper and think of 100 ways, different 100 members. I couldn't. So I'm like, just, I'm astonished. I'm amazed. I'm excited. I can't wait to learn for what's coming in this masterclass tonight.
Exactly. And
I'm ready.
Coach D. Good morning,
Hmm.
Coach D.
Good morning, Coach.
Thank you. She
Yes, thank you so
always over delivers because when this started out early in the week, it was 25 paid
much. Hmm.
that you could start right now. She has bumped that thing up to 100. So, say you paid $1 for every resource she's going to give you tonight.
Wow.
That's $100. And it's only going to be an investment. It's not a cost. It's an investment of $59. We need to show up. I'm going to be there. And I'm in the mentorship. See, we in the mentorship.
Look, look,
And
we're gonna be
we're
there
in,
regardless.
that's right. We got to show up. We're going to invest $59 because you know why? It's 100 paid memberships. You don't have to stop and stick and stay at one. Now, what you should do is get one up and running as your foundation so that you can use the funds from that to roll over into another one. That's called reinvesting in your business. See, I'm dropping,
Right.
we showing y'all some stuff. Hope y'all picking up
Look,
what we
catch
putting down
man.
today. Y'all picking up what we putting down.
Look,
We intertwine in there, catch
pick
that.
it up.
Catch that. We throwing it out. Make sure you catch that. You invest and then you reinvest.
Yeah.
And
But
then
don't
you keep
stop.
growing. And then you keep growing. And if you're in a place right now in the time that we're in, and you're just looking for something, I just need something that could help me out of this situation so that when the next thing comes along, because it's going to be something else, when the
Right.
next thing comes along, hopefully it will never ever be another pandemic in our lifetime.
Right.
But when the next thing comes along, you have your foundation strong. God said build on a strong foundation. Don't build
Yes.
your house on sand. Build it on a strong foundation. The next thing comes along, you're ready. You have
Hmm.
something. If you decided to keep working, to keep, if you can, but you still have something sitting over here to the side that can provide for you and your family. And
Look.
see, that's a first step to building some
Yes.
wealth in a legacy.
Something. It is. Rose, you know what you made me think of? People got to be critical in every movement that they do now.
Yeah.
And I just read the other day that unemployment extended. I think they're going to give like a $300 or something like that. But it's
Yeah.
only
So
for 3 weeks. Yeah, but it's only for 3 more weeks. And it's like, what y'all gonna do after that?
that's
I
like
know
a
if it's
teaser.
right, but I know me, if I was one of the lucky ones to receive unemployment, um, I'll be making sure I take my little bit of change and investing in this $59 because that money going whenever you get it, it's only gonna be enough for 3 weeks. Then you're gonna be looking at the wall and each other like, what now? What we gonna do? Sitting here waiting on the government when you could have took $59 and learned 100 group memberships that you can start because then you could take that 59, get this information, and just like you just said, with 100 people you could turn that 59 and then now be making $1,000 a month
I
if
mean,
you
and
had,
if you don't want to go that far, do 50 people.
yeah, 500. Shoot, 10 people. If you just got 10, that's a
That's a
hundred
hundred
dollars
dollars.
a month.
That's $100 a
That's
month.
more than that $59 if you would have spent it on some food. You know, because some of y'all need to learn what fasting is around here, how to abstain your flesh and use that money for something else.
Y'all
You
heard her.
know,
Yeah,
look,
she said it.
so look, I ain't lost almost 100 pounds uh just by working out only. You know, you make sacrifices. Not I ain't telling y'all to go starve yourselves, but I'm just saying push back the plate or two sometimes, you know, when you're trying to prepare yourself. You gotta deny the flesh
And
to
that's the
get what you
thing.
need.
That's the thing. Reinvest. When you reinvest in yourself, there's no better ground to sow a seed than into yourself.
In yourself.
Excuse me. I don't have a corner. Um, to
Just a regular
reinvest.
thing.
Yeah, reinvest in yourself. That's
Mhm.
knowledge you gain that no one can take away from you. And you may say, well, I don't have the tools, I don't have this. Well, all you need is what you have right here in your hand. You have your computer or your phone or your laptop. You can do so much on you don't even need a laptop or a desktop. You can do so much on your phone these
On your
days.
phone. And you can
You
get
can
free
run,
phones from the government.
you can run your business from your phone. From your phone. Think about
Yeah.
that. People do everything on their phone. They apply, and I'd be mad. I don't mean no harm, no disrespect, y'all. Don't get in my inbox. These are my feelings and my opinion. I'd be mad. I'm gonna tell you, I'd be pissed if you gonna
Hmm.
give $300 for 3 weeks. Now, I ain't gonna say that's not doable, but I'd be mad. I'm only gonna get it for 3 weeks.
What the hell you expect for
What
me to
the
do
hell am
after
I supposed
that?
to do after 3 weeks?
What? Just roll over and die? You
3 weeks.
know?
3 weeks. That's
That's
nine
an
hundred
insult.
dollars. That's $900 in 3 weeks' time. You gonna dole it out to me $300 a week, like I'm your child. You gonna
Hmm.
dole it out. You gonna dole it
You're
out.
getting allowance.
Yeah, yeah, my allowance, but I'm only gonna get my allowance for 3 weeks. You'd be doing a better service paying that $900 in a lump sum because you can invest and do more with a lump sum than you can with what's coming every week. And then it's only
Mhm.
gonna come for 3 weeks. And I'm not saying, I'm telling you now, don't get in my inbox because I'm not gonna answer you. I'm just gonna let you know up front. I ain't gonna answer. I might see you, but I'm gonna ignore you because I'm real good at that.
Right.
Um, that's a gift.
These days.
Yeah, that's a gift. I can really ignore you. But that's just my feeling. It's like a teaser, you know.
Yeah.
And when you're already in dire straits, yeah, it makes you thankful, but you're
Hmm.
only doing it for 3 weeks. So take that money, not all of it,
Just
not all of it.
$59.
$59 invest in the master class. There's 100 paid memberships you could start. You could start them when the master class is over tonight. You could start because everything is a process. It's a
Right.
building block.
Everything.
So in 3 weeks' time, shoot, you could be making your own $300
Yeah.
a
Because
week.
look, I love that you just said it's a process
Oh yeah,
because
it's a process.
me and you was just talking. And if someone just dropped $1 million in my lap right now and said, go do whatever you want to do for your business, it's still going to be a process for me to do it. It's not going to all happen today and I'm going to be a billionaire tomorrow.
Oh
It's
no, that ain't gonna happen.
it's a process. Everything is a process. So yes, you're going to invest that $59 and you're going to leave with 100 ways at the end of that class to different memberships, but it's going to be a process to get it started.
It's
Get it.
definitely going to be a process. Everything is a process. And if you're sitting out there saying, "Oh no, it's not a process. It happens like this." For some people it does. But more than likely, 99.9% of the people, it doesn't happen like that. It may look like that on the front end, but you don't know how folks have been grinding on the back end for many years before they shine on the front end. It
Right.
is all a process. When you cook breakfast this morning, it's a process. You cooking
Right.
eggs, bacon, sausage, or whatever. You ain't throwing all that in the pan at one time and producing that bread if you all don't want it.
Right.
I don't want it. You making biscuits and all that kind of stuff. I must be hungry this morning. You're
Look,
making biscuits and all that kind of stuff. You're not gonna open that can of biscuits or whatever, and you might make them from scratch. You're not gonna throw all that in the pan with the sausage, the onions, and all that, and then cook it and throw it out on the plate. And say, "Here, your breakfast." I don't want that.
mm-mm. You can
You
keep
can't
that.
do that for me.
Mm-mm.
So it's a process. Everything you do is a process.
But
When you
what's
got up
beautiful,
this morning to watch us here, it was a process. You
right?
had to get up. You had to put your feet on the floor. You had to then stand up. You had to then walk,
Yes.
most likely to the
Yes.
bathroom. And then you
Right.
had to put on some clothes, maybe, maybe not. And you had to either open your phone to get on the browser to watch us. It was a process. It was a process. So
It
this is a process too. But when you had the resources, like when you got up this morning, hopefully you said, "Thank you, Jesus. You allowed me to sit straight up and put my feet on the floor.
and
Thank
woke me up in my right mind. You
in
know,
my right mind where I can be clothed." Okay, that was a process. It's all a process.
but what's so beautiful is that with our coach, she's gonna make this process as flawless and easily as possible, as long as you're coachable.
That's right.
Period.
Now that's a good point too. As long as you are coachable. People say, what in the world does that mean? Well, it means that you can take instruction, you can take criticism, and you can follow directions, even when your mind and those little gremlins. Yesterday, we had gremlins running around here trying to
All
stop
over the
us
place.
right. Even when those gremlins are sitting on your shoulder saying, "Nah, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that," but
Hmm.
somebody is telling you contradictory to that, but you can silence those
Yes,
gremlins and
gotta
you
get
can
them.
take that instruction and move with it, even though it may be contrary to what you think is right. But if you are coaching and you're with someone, you're being mentored by someone who has walked the same path and who has done it and who has the receipts to prove it, then and they when they tell you don't step in that hole, walk around that, you have to be able to follow those directions and do it. That's
Yeah,
what being coachable is about. Also, being coachable is when you say, okay, that's what you say. Even though I know you've already done it, you got the receipts to prove it. I'm going to do it my way anyway. Because you know why? That's human nature. So when you step in that hole and you twist your ankle
look.
and you know how that hurts, then you got to take that whipping when coach said, "Can I ask you a hard question?"
Hmm.
And you got to take that brick to the forehead.
Man,
You got to be able to take that too. That's also a part of being
you take
coachable.
it and you learn and you heal from it.
And when you see
You
that
know.
hole the next time, you go say, maybe I shouldn't step in that.
Yeah, let me
Maybe
walk
I
around.
should go around it this time."
Right?
But that's also a process. And in life period, it's all a process. Think about how many things in your mind it said, "Don't do that, don't do that, don't do that." But your flesh said, "Go on and do it." And you
Right?
did it. And then a few months later, you're like, "Shouldn't have did that."
Mm-hmm.
So the next time that's presented to you, you think about that thing and you do different. See,
You do.
it's all a process.
All the process.
It's a journey. And you
Yeah.
never want your journey to end. You never want to say you're at the end of your journey. You
Right.
always want to keep learning. So if you want to keep learning, if you know that you need something, And
Mhm.
even if you know deep in your belly, because I know there's somebody out there this morning who
Right.
feels like there's something more. There's something more, but they just can't put their finger on it. They just don't know what it is.
Mhm.
Maybe this is what you've been looking for. So I would go now, right now, right now.
Right now.
Even if you have to minimize us on the screen, or even cut us off altogether, we won't be mad. As long as you go to bit.ly/100 memberships. And if it's really, really not for you, because this is not your only foundational piece under your umbrella, but it's a good foundation to build
Yes.
on.
I love that.
Share out the broadcast with someone else because it may be just what they're looking for.
Yes.
It may be just what it's an opportunity. Never,
Mhm.
never pass up an opportunity.
Yes.
We, not I, we, because teamwork what makes the dream work.
Makes the
We
dream
are,
work.
we are only sitting here today because we went to a link and we said yes to an opportunity.
Yes.
We didn't know where that opportunity was going to take us at that time.
You have to step
We
out on faith.
had to step out on faith because we knew we were looking for something more. I know I was looking for something more. And this community has provided that something more for me. It has taught me how to rein in the resources and the knowledge that I have so that I can share that with the world,
Yeah.
because my main purpose is to serve. How can you serve if you don't have your resources and your knowledge in a packageable, organized way so that people can receive it? That's what coaching and mentorship does for you. And you have to start somewhere. You have to, and we've all been called to create and to leverage something. And now
Mhm.
is the time to leverage this online space.
It is.
Everybody, the schools, the churches, everyone
Okay.
coming online
Everyone.
because they don't have a choice. And see, that's the thing. If you want to stay relevant, if you want to be around for a
Mhm.
long time, you got to know how to change and how to pivot.
Yes.
When one
Pivot.
thing's not working, you gotta know how to let it go and maybe move to something else. You gotta
Mhm.
know how to pivot. Ask Taurus Oz, did they know how to pivot?
Look. Mm.
Ask, and if I'm not mistaken, before they and you all can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm not mistaken, at one time when Toys R Us was in business, when they were in business, they had a punch card. They had like a loyalty program. See, that's a membership too. They had a loyalty program. If you came in and you spent so much, each time you spent more and more and more, you might get a free gift or you get a coupon,
Yeah.
10% off, 20% off.
Mhm.
That's a membership too. That was the beginnings of memberships.
Oh my,
Memberships
that is
been
so
around for a long
smart. Yeah, and a lot of places do that because that's how they keep you coming. Because
time.
like the gas stations, they do that with the coffee, and
Hmm.
places where I used to go get massages, they would do that. That's how they keep you coming because you're gonna get a massage after you buy 10. But I didn't spend $1,000 with you, so who cares that you're
I
gonna
need.
get
I'm gonna need a massage after I realize what I've done.
right?
I'm
but
gonna need that free massage.
But I like that. Yes, that is a form of membership too. That was the
It
beginning.
is. And see, we don't think about how deep this really goes until someone brings it to your attention to focus on it. That's right.
Hmm.
Sharon. She said, "Oh my God, my Sky Miles, my hotel loyalty programs." Yes, until it's brought to your attention what a
Hmm.
membership is. You don't have to call yours a membership. You can call it whatever you want to call it. But I bet my bottom dollar, not my top one, but my bottom one. Because see, when I pull out the bottom one, my other one's gonna fall on down on it. You see, but that's a story for another day. I bet my bottom dollar when you really look at this and think
Mhm.
about how far back it goes. A loyalty program, a coupon if you spend so much, a punch card. Uh,
Mhm.
all of those things are memberships.
Yeah.
And what makes these folks any different
Nothing.
than you? Because they're started with an idea. Why you
Yeah.
grow your idea? So, it's Sunday. I'm gonna relax a little bit today, Kayshawn. What you gonna do?
Girl, I'm relaxing too, getting ready for this master class. Prepping for the week, but I'm excited. I already got like two memberships in my mind. Well, not in my
See?
mind that I've been prepping for.
See?
So I can't even wait to just learn to know what else in the future is coming. And one thing too that I learned from like a previous live she did was when I was thinking about memberships, people think you got to have 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people in the membership to make money. And that's what I was thinking, like, oh, I need a 500,000 people. No, you can be smart about this and make some real serious money with 100 people in your membership. I mean, she broke this down for me. What I used that was the only way I seen this money.
Wow.
So to know that what I did to break my body down, I no longer have to do that to see that same type of income,
Wow. That's a great point. Oh, okay, Sean, what you
and
say?
not with 1,000 people, with 100 people. So y'all who know me, know the money that I was making, know that I could have that back with a membership and don't have to work as hard because I'm about working smarter, not
That's right.
harder.
That's right. And as we progress, the things that we used to could do sometimes we can't do as well as we could before because we're maturing and we're getting older, and it's
Hmm.
time to be able to work smarter and not harder. Sherry said
Hmm.
she's doing laundry in the membership master class tonight. Come on now, come through.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna throw something else out there at 3 o'clock today Eastern. I'm gonna shout her out. Y'all come right back to this platform because Jamie Hopkins, my sister, my business sister, our business sister, is having
World premiere.
a world premiere of a new baby that she's created. And
Y'all come to
she is going to debut it to the world today at 3 o'clock. So be watching the Facebook pages, but come right back here. You'll see us go live. You will see her go live. Come in and join her and give her some encouragement and see what she is. I'm excited.
Yes, I
I'm
can't
excited.
wait to see.
I can't wait to see either because she's been talking about it. And I'm like, Jamie, what is it? And she's like, can't tell you yet. And I was like, come on, Jamie, you can tell me. I won't tell anybody. And you see, I'm up here talking about it now. So I'm glad she didn't tell me. But come right on back here at 3 p.m. today Eastern, and then take you a break, get you some dinner, take
Hmm.
you a little nap, and then come on back tonight at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. on the West
Yes.
Coast. Whoop, whoop, on the West Coast, and find out how you can start. It's going to be 100, but you could pick at least two. And if you can't multitask, like they pick one. Paid
Leave the simple.
membership, you can start. You can start it tonight after the master class.
Yeah.
Class is tonight, 8 p.m. Central. It's $59. Go to bit.ly/100 memberships. Go now.
Go now.
Don't play. Go now.
Bye.
Because if you're anything like me, If you don't go now, later on you could be like, I missed it. And
Right.
another thing, and that's another thing. If you register and say for instance you fall asleep or you can't make it, you get the replay. You get the
Right.
replay. So you can go back and watch it anytime you want, start, stop, implement, watch a little
Mhm.
bit, implement, watch a little bit, implement. Because I want to know, I want to see your face in the place
Yes.
tonight. So with that said, Kayshawn, anything you want to tell the people? Because we're going to go and get out of here.
Let's see your face in the place tonight. We're going to end with that. And make sure you leave with something. And you know what? And if you can't, if one of these 100, because believe me, if my coach went from 25 to 50 to 100 in 2 days, she just chose to stop at 100. So just
Absolutely.
in case, if one of these 100 is not yours, you know somebody who one of these 100 is for. So you can go share and be like, look what we finna go do.
That's right.
We finna go do this together. So we gonna see you there tonight, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time.
You all have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful Sunday on purpose. We
On
will
purpose.
see you tonight. Bye, everybody.